YouTube, what's up? It's Duke back here from Sportsgamerz.com, and in today's Madden 22 tip video, I'm going to break down the new meta offense that a lot of pro players are starting to run. This is absolutely unstoppable and will torch every defense. So the formation is tight Y off. You can find this in a few different playbooks. If you guys remember, I actually broke down a few plays actually from this formation early in the year, and I told you guys this formation was fire, and now people are starting to catch on. But I'm going to be in the Panthers playbook in this video. You can find it in some others as well. Some other playbooks actually are a little bit better for the tight Y-off formation in general. However, Panthers just have so many great overall formations and plays in their entire playbook that if you're looking for a very balanced playbook that still has the tight Y-off, that might be your best bet. Now, we're going to break down my favorite play from this formation, a great way to use it to beat every defense. And when you're running this, you do want to make some subs. So we got the Cardinals here. This is going to be something to where you want to heavily focus on your receivers and their speed. So you guys can see here with the Cardinals, we do have some very fast receivers and Moore and Isabella, I believe. However, they're nowhere near DeAndre Hopkins. Route running is also important, so we're just going to put DeAndre Hopkins in the slot. That's going to be number 10. So that's going to be your best receiver. We're going to put Kirk on the outside. The play I want to look at is this PA go slot cross. So the nice thing about this is this play, you don't need hot route master or any of those things to make it work. It's just fire, and it has a route that will beat every coverage in the game, every zone drop, and man coverage too. So we're just going to move the ball back so we have some room to work with. And if you guys don't know, I do Madden 22 tips, gameplay, and news on a daily basis, videos on my channel. So if you're new, subscribe, drop a like. I'd love to get 250 likes on this video. Comment, turn your notifications on. All that helps us out a ton. So no abilities are required. However, I do like right now in the game having Escape Artist. I did make a video on that. Escape Artist is so glitchy right now. If you're enjoying my YouTube content, I highly recommend you check out Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium Madden 22 content. I have ebooks, offensive and defensive schemes, plus I do 4 to 6 premium tips every week in the Madden Vault. This content is available for both current and next gen, so no matter what system you play on, we got you guys covered. Our best offer yet is the Sportsgamerz Madden VIP membership. This gives you access to the entire site, every tip, every ebook, plus the meta reports for only $19.99. I'll post a link to it in the description and the comments. Make sure to check it out for the best tips and content available at the best price anywhere. So guys, here's the setup on the play. We're going to go ahead and block our tight end. The reason why we do that is when we block the tight end, he's going to go ahead and pick up a lot of the blitzes on this year's game. So we still want someone to attack the flats. To do that, we're going to go ahead and put the running back out of the backfield on an out route. Again, not necessary to have abilities, but if you do have a ability on your running back, if you have a receiving back especially, that is going to make it so these out routes are basically unstoppable. I mean, they already kind of much are even without the ability, but when you do have the extra backfield ability for your running back, it takes it to a whole nother level. So let's go ahead and take a look here. You guys can see that the crossing route, you guys can see here, is just so open. It can be a touchdown. It could be a big play, but it's going to be there pretty much every time unless they use it. You guys can see again, you don't have to roll out of the pocket. Just kind of makes that throwing angle a bit easier. You guys can see that's there every time. So that cannot get zone dropped. It just cannot because it goes too deep, and when you roll out, it just gives you a throw angle to where you can throw this on the money, and you're not going to be able to zone drop it. So that's pretty much out of the question. It also beats man coverage, which we'll show in a second here. But you guys can see, I want to show you why this works. So we have this receiver, I believe this is Green, running deep on the on the streak. He did get bumped, kind of threw him off his route, but that guy's supposed to take any sort of deep zones away. Then we have the running back out of the backfield that takes away the underneath flats. And then we have the in route, the dig, coming behind underneath the crosser. So because this crosser is so deep and we have great spacing here, again, you guys can see this kind of creates a triangle with these 3 receivers, this route will be wide open on the sidelines. Now, this is where you just want to have, an ability, potentially the deep out elite is something a lot of people use to be able to make sure you get these good animations on the sideline, just like this, you guys can see. Get this toe tap animation, or, he's coming down with the ball each and every time. Now, one thing about this default kind of fade streak to green is that sometimes, like it did in the last example, it can kind of get bumped, not get downfield quick enough. So if you want to go ahead and put him on an actual streak, you can avoid that issue. It's not necessary, but it does, in my opinion, get rid of that weird bump that sometimes happens. You guys can see he's going to get downfield a lot easier this way. And the crossing route, once again, still so open. Sometimes you can rack it and get more yards after the catch. Now, naturally, what's going to happen is people's zone drops are going to go back to Narnia, right? I mean, they're not going to let you keep throwing this. And when that happens, the running back that, like, by default, he's probably 5 to 10 yards like this, he's going to turn into 15-plus yards. The other thing that's going to happen is if you do this enough, people are going to recognize, okay, that slot guy keeps getting open, so we're just going to go ahead and run with it. And I just went ahead and manned up who the user would normally be, kind of to simulate that. And that's why this backside dig in type route is so important, because if you do notice that, that's an easy dot over the middle of the field. So that was just cover 2. All right, so let's go ahead and switch up to man coverage now. So one of the nice things about this route is it still kills man coverage. It's going to get wide open against man. And the other thing about this play is the running back and the in route still beat man coverage too. So you have 3 solid man beaters, and then that streak or fade over the top, that keeps it so they have to keep their safeties deep, and they can't just keep, all underneath coverage, just try to stop the other routes. But, as you guys can see here, you don't just have to rely upon the crossing route to beat man. You can use the running back out of the backfield or the in route, and those are 2 also very good reads against man coverage too. So there's 3 consistent ways on this play to beat man coverage. If someone was to use the Mike Blitz 3 defense to cover 3, which is pretty popular still, to kind of rush 5 and try to keep people in the pocket, you'll see that this play is going to do a great job against that look. So you guys can see when we block the tight end, you'll be able to pick up this type of blitz, and now it's just all about making your reads. If they try to take away the flat, you can go back and work them over the middle, because again, there's 2 routes over the middle. So if they stay underneath or kind of lower to try to stop this in route, as you guys can see here, while covering the flats, so say we'll man up the in route, you're going to notice that the crossing routes can get wide open. However, if they run with the crossing route, then the in route will get wide open. So it's just a lot you can do on this play. As you guys can see here, you'll get a lot of rack catches for touchdowns, if not big plays. Very, very easy. Now, if they're going to try to double Mabel you, which is something like this, where you have basically, the purples are playing about 5, the actual flats are playing 25, 30, something like this, and they just guard the middle of the field themselves. This is still going to work, because the thing about this is, and I can't zone drop in practice mode, unfortunately, but you still will get behind every zone drop there is. So they're still going to have to go manly guard Hopkins, and if they go manly guard him, then you have the in route. So this is a play that's basically zone drop proof. You guys can see here, super easy, very, very effective. Also, this is a play that beats cover 4 match. If you guys don't know, that is a very popular defense. Now, the thing about match is it's essentially very similar to man. So when you have routes that beat man coverage, and this play has 3, you're generally going to do good against match coverage. So you guys can see here what I mean. You're really pretty much looking at the running back, the in, and the crosser, and you know that they should get open. So at that point, it's just who are they going to use? Their crossing route, running back, in. And you pick your poison. This play is super glitchy, and this is just one way to set it up, guys. I'm going to be doing a breakdown of this formation in full, probably doing an ebook in the near future on it. If you guys like, give me 250 likes on this video, and I will drop another play from this formation that is absolutely hell. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, it's Duke, and I'm out of here.